Hello and welcome back to another episode of a weekly Waypoint, this time not a half an hour special, because I mean honestly, what idiot would sit through all of that? Oh, what's that? Just me and the other person who watched the video. Okay, thank you other person who watched the video, I appreciate you. I will not be doing another half an hour special because I think most people saw that and went, no, that's too much. Or maybe it's just because it was a World of Warcraft ramble. Doesn't really matter, well, it does matter. But I enjoy making these, but today we're doing Worms, and we're not talking about World of Warcraft, so don't worry. Okay, we're probably talking a little bit about World of Warcraft, but it's not going to be a whole dedicated thing this time, okay? First order of business, I just want to say that don't worry, thoughts on Buffy the Vampire Slayer hasn't gone anywhere. I've just been getting around to those episodes a whole lot slower for some glaring reason in my life that I may or may not have spoken about at length in last week's half an hour episode of A Weekly Waypoint. Thoughts on Buffy Season 3 Part 1 should be coming onto the channel at some point this week because I'm on episode 9 and halfway through that season would be around episode 11 again. Still very much enjoying it, but also I am thinking about what we're going to be doing next, even though we're still, 3.5 seasons away from doing something else. But I think it's probably, and I might change my mind, but it might be Doctor Who, because I am very familiar with Doctor Who, but I have a lot to say about Doctor Who, and I think I could make some fun videos about Doctor Who. There's so many series I want to do for stuff like thoughts per episode though, like I want to do Star Trek at some point, which is kind of unfortunate because I've already seen the first half of season 1 of The Next Generation, so I don't know how I'm going to get around that without it just feeling stale. I want to do Stargate at some point. I want to do perhaps some comedy shows like Scrubs maybe, which I am very familiar with already, but a mix of things I've never seen before and a mix of things I am familiar with. People seem to like those thoughts per episode videos, what I do, and I don't want anyone to think that they've fallen off of my channel just because the last 5 videos have been World of Warcraft based, whoops. It's not just going to be thoughts per episode either. I think I've mentioned it before, but I'm still working on a thoughts per chapter video of a book that's very important to my childhood and my general appreciation of fiction. The fly in the ointment on that particular video is it very much requires me to sit down and actively read a book, which is, shit for my attention span at the best of times, but also to do it in front of a camera while making content. It's something I have to make the decision to go and do, and if I have to make the decision to go and do it instead of just doing it naturally and then making content about it, you better believe it's going to take me a little bit longer to finish making that content because I'm a lazy boy. I'm not a lazy boy, I'm a busy boy, but I'm also a bit of a lazy boy. Something else that's coming in the future in the Thoughts Per series is Thoughts Per Issue, where I'll be doing stuff about comics, because I've mentioned this on Twitter already, but for those of you who don't know, about 2 years ago I subscribed to a thing which is called Legend of Batman, and basically they send you 2 volumes of Batman every month for £20, and at the time I thought that seemed like a cool idea. I think I just got a pay raise or something that more than covered it, and I was like, sure, why not spend a little bit of it on that? And when I had like 4 or 5 volumes of that, I was having a great time. But now I'm up to volume 77, and apparently, I just emailed them, apparently it ends at volume 80. I thought it ended at volume 75, so I was very surprised when 76 and 77 arrived in the mail, or the post, because I'm British. But they don't arrive in chronological order. They do this thing where they're like, wow, it's far more exciting if we make you read it outside of chronological order, and then you can fill in the blanks as you go, which actually translates to, we want you to pay us for as long as possible because you'll know that you don't have half the story, and like it's the middle half of the story that you need, so you're going to keep on paying us till the end. I mean, look, I don't necessarily lament the fact that I did this. I'm going to be relieved when it's over in a couple of months, sure, and I just kind of feel like I have way too much Batman. I don't love Batman, but if you walked into my room you'd be like, my god, this guy likes his Batman. I just think he's cool. I'm not his #1 fan, okay? But listen, we're going to be doing thoughts per issue on Batman because each one of those volumes collects a whole bunch of issues, and then one volume will be one video, and I will be talking about that and talking about either regrets or enjoyment as we go through that. I don't know when that series will be starting. I need to do a big reorganisation of how I keep them and see what I'm up to on a chronological order. I don't want to start out as like, volume, because we'll be doing it chronologically, of course. I don't want to be like, episode 1, and then like look for chronological volume 2, and it's just like not here yet. I'll be like, that's kind of awkward. So that's it. That's right, you heard it first. Plenty more non-gaming content coming to this channel in the future, but also plenty of gaming content coming to this channel in the future. We still have a lot of World of Warcraft clips, and I'm still taking a lot of World of Warcraft clips, because wouldn't you believe I'm still playing a lot of World of Warcraft. I won't go on a huge big ramble, don't you worry, but I just got my first alternate character to level 60. That is my Lightforged Draenei Retribution Paladin Tamul, which is a fun thing to say out loud, isn't it? I'm taking him to Bastion. Basically, I want one alt in each Covenant so that I can experience all of the weekly stories as they happen. The unfortunate thing is, I don't think the Threads of Fate alternate leveling experience is all it's cracked up to be. It feels slow. I don't know if it is slower, but it feels slow. Basically, you go to a zone and it gives you a bar, and it says fill up this bar by doing world quests, side quests, killing rares, finding treasures, all that kind of stuff. And that sounds good and fun, but it's actually really dull and boring. Okay, look, the side quests are cool, but I kind of wanted to do all of them on my main character. I caved in the end, because trying to avoid the side quests was just making it take even longer. But I just kind of wanted to experience all that stuff on my main character. I think the trade-off, though, is that even though it feels slower, it pays off in the end, because you get to your Covenant Sanctum and you've already got Anima for it, you've already got some renown, so there's all of that. And honestly, when I get all of my characters into their respective Covenants, I think it'll feel fine. I have decided that instead of taking my Warlock to Maldraxxus, I won't be taking my Warrior to Maldraxxus. I mean, I'll still take my Warlock to Maldraxxus because we need those armor sets, you know. But I will be taking my Warrior to Maldraxxus first because I really miss playing my Fury Warrior Morgan, and I think he would have a great time in Maldraxxus with all of that theming going on over there, so that's where he's going. I still plan on taking my Arcane Mage to Revendreth because he is a very emo gothic vampire looking boy these days. But I am slightly concerned about what I've been hearing about how Arcane Mage, I think Arcane specifically, but Mage in general, has a really hard time doing solo content like Torghast, but maybe they'll get tweaked by the time I get to it. Who knows? This wraps up our World of Warcraft ramble portion of a weekly Waypoint. Thank you for sticking it out with me, or enjoying it. You potentially enjoy the content I make if you're watching it, I don't know, who am I to say. In other gaming news, specifically Christian related gaming news, that's not the religion, that's me, that's my name, I've been playing more on my Xbox, because of course I have. As the World of Warcraft fever has died down, I'm still playing it a whole bunch, but I do now also have some spare time for Xbox games, and aside from all the content creation and all that. By the way, quick aside about that, I have been doing a lot of writing, and I have a lot of writing to do, because I had this fun idea to go and make monthly blog posts about my time with Xbox Game Pass, so I was going to write about every single game I played. Turns out, I played a lot of fucking games this month on Xbox Game Pass, and I have a lot of writing to do. Look out for that blog post at kritigri.wordpress.com on December 10th. Also, I'm having to think about my Game of the Year blog post, which is going to be coming out soon, and then I'm also going to have to worry about my, month of December blog post, which I do every month, but also my Year of 2020 blog post, which may or may not be in the same blog post, I'm not sure yet, but I always forget how much writing I give myself to do at the end of the year, and it's just mounting up even more, and I kinda love it. Anyway, back to what I've been doing on my Xbox. I am in the middle of a week off, so I've had some time to tool around in that a little bit more, and I decided to download Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age, because that's a airy-fairy title now, isn't it? Basically, I already played the 10-hour demo of this on Nintendo Switch, so I was like, I was really on the fence about downloading it. I've just realised my window's open, sorry, enjoy the car noises as they brush past my window. Shit. I was on the fence about downloading Dragon Quest XI for Game Pass because I would have to redo 10 hours of content, and I think I played it like 6 months ago. And I hate replaying content that I've already done, typically. And I was worried, that it would kill a game for me if I tried to redo the stuff. But no, Dragon Quest XI is so charming and fun and just colourful and vibrant and fun to explore and just experience. Especially just the Dragon Quest vibe itself. Dragon Quest is very unique in its vibe. That I've just been enjoying the heck out of it. I'm only about 3 hours in at the minute, but I'm taking it slowly. I'm just picking it up for like maybe an hour session each time. I'm not rushing my way back to where I was because I might burn myself out on it, but I'm really enjoying it. And the other concern I have about it is that it might get in the way of me playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but let's be honest, a Western RPG game about Vikings with realistic graphics is very different to a Japanese RPG game, Dragon Quest game, so yeah. They fill two different niches, they fill two very different needs, and I think I'll probably be playing both of them for a little while. If not, I can always do what I did with Fable Anniversary earlier this month, spoilers for the upcoming blog post, which is get myself up to the point where I last played and then stop playing for a bit, but at least it's ready for me to go back to on my Xbox. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like I'm in gaming heaven right now, because first of all, World of Warcraft Shadowlands, but second of all, Xbox Game Pass and my brand new Xbox. I'm so fucking lucky that I can do this. I mean, I know it's a £20 a month thing, it's not like I paid for it outright, but like still, the fact that I can afford £20 a month to do it with my working and all of that, the fact that I'm able to work, I know there's so many people in less fortunate circumstances. I just feel the need to throw out there every now and again, I am not taking this for granted. I am having a very good time. You're currently watching the second game I recorded of Worms W.M.D. And I say the second game because the first game was just so full of me fucking up my shots, shooting my own guys, that I was just like, should probably do a double take on that. That's not what double take means, but we're just going to go with it. For the record, this is like my third ever match of Worms WMD, so you'll see me failing at using the vehicles and not understanding how the crafting works. In fact, you've probably already seen that. Like seriously, I don't understand. I go to the crafting menu and I craft a stick of dynamite and it says, wow, you crafted something good. And you go back to the weapon screen and you don't have a stick of dynamite. Where did it go? Nobody knows. I actually think this is a really good Worms game though. I haven't played much of the games between Worms Reloaded and Worms WMD, but it seems to have moved it forwards in a fun way. The vehicles are pretty fun to play with. I don't know if they still have the liquid stuff that they had with Worms Revolution. I know they seem to have got rid of the different worm types, where you had the big fat one who moved slowly and had more health and all that. That wasn't much fun. I'm glad they nipped that in the bud, although maybe it's still an option, I'm not sure. But the first time I played this was on Xbox Game Pass for mobile. I streamed it to my phone, and it's a pretty fun game to play on your phone. It's a little bit hard to see some of the names sometimes, but that's fine. I've been messing around with the game streaming stuff. For instance, Forza Motorsport 7 streams almost perfectly on my phone, as does Halo. A couple other games are a little bit... Descenders was a little bit choppy. Well, not choppy, but a little bit artifacty, a little bit pixely. I'm not sure if it depends on the games or if it depends on the connection you get when you first load it up. I haven't done that much testing, but I'm going to be getting a Xbox Recharged pack so I can use the actual wireless aspects of my controller a bit more, as well as a little cheap clip-on thing so that I can have my phone attached to my controller, so that I can play with that a little bit more. Them's my Christmas present, see? And also I downloaded Worms WMD on PC because I would be able to make some footage and some recording out of it. So yeah, I've been playing some stuff outside of just regular Xbox Game Pass on Xbox stuff. I've been playing a couple of PC games. And I mean, this is also on Xbox, but I, like I said, downloaded the PC version of it. And then I've been playing around with the cloud streaming stuff. So that's how my week has been going. Not that I'm giving away the fact that this game is about to end very dramatically and or potentially explosively as this banana bounces its way to victory. I love banana bombs. I used to just play a game mode where everyone had banana bombs and that's all they had, and they just threw banana bombs at each other the whole time. It was rad. I did that on the PSP one, Worms Open Warfare. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Don't worry about that skip there, I just cut out the replay. So yeah, I will see you in the next video, whether that will be another World of Warcraft adventures or another Buffy thoughts on. It'll be one of those two probably.